Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending where you're at. Welcome to our webinar this morning. It's Thursday, March 24th, and we have two incredible guests on with us today. We have Mr. Joe Garcia and Mr. Dan Catto, and they are top leaders in our industry. They are the best kept secrets in our industry, but the secret's getting out on you too, I have to say, Joe and Dan.
We're spreading the word.
Yeah, we're spreading the word. We also, if you guys can hear, we have Chris in the background here. And these two gentlemen have been working together for a long, long time. They have built NHT Global from the ground up, going out into all of the different global markets, the emerging markets. They are why NHT Global is a global company. And they are incredible individuals. They have the most stellar integrity. They emanate that. And that was one of the main reasons why Dr. Chris and I were so excited to partner and work with them at NHT Global. So they're here for you. They're here for us. We're fortunate. And we're going to have a great conversation today talking about the platinum mindset. So I'd like to turn it over to you, Joe and Dan, at this portion.
Great, Tina. Thank you for the introduction, the kind words. Hello, everyone. Dan, I think what we should do first is get into the platinum philosophy, and I'll turn it over to you.
Sure. Okay, great, Joe. Thank you. Thanks, Tina, and thank you, Doc, as always. I was really looking forward to this call. We had our call yesterday, talking a little bit about our model and our system, et cetera. But as gang, as we have moved along here from the outset over the last several weeks, one of the big ones that has come up, one of the big points here is it's come down to a couple of things. But number one, for all of you through this shift and this cultural change that you've gone through, from where you've come from basically a one product program and culture, and the shift and the marriage into what we have here with NHT is Joe and I have got the utmost respect for Doc and Tina and your leadership and your group and your team, and we wanted to respect all of that through the transition and ultimately as we evolve as a team, as a group, as a family going forward here and respecting where you came from. But what would keep coming up is from Doc and Tina and your leadership is what were the keys to your success here with NHT? What has been the biggest key over the last 15, 16 years? We've gone through an awful lot, and I'm going to really cut to the chase here on a couple of things, but really coming down to one. But again, we've gone through an awful lot over our journey over the last 15, 16 years. We've had tremendous success. We've gone through a lot of challenges, overcome so many obstacles in this journey. I've always said the road to success is always under construction. That road to success is never flat, so always bumpy, and you're always learning from your challenges and your issues and your mistakes, et cetera. But what we'd like to talk to you about, because Doc and Tina have just come back to us on this, is what has been the single biggest thing that has given us the kind of stratospheric growth that we've had in the last 4 to 5 years. We're going to share that with you today. What I'm going to talk to you about, and I'll probably take more time on that so you understand the philosophy behind it and why it worked. But the most important thing is what Joe's going to share with you, and he's going to be a much briefer because that's basically how you will present it when you get out into the field, how you will present the opportunity, present our success model that we're using. So one, how to present it, keeping it as simple as we possibly can so you can duplicate. Never forget, if you complicate, you can't duplicate. And if you want to build a big, large organization and structure around the world, part-time or full-time, and part-time certainly, most of our our millionaires here and our global ambassadors and in this industry. People have started part-time and on the product initially when they've got involved in our industry, and the same thing here with NHT. But as you evolve, and for you to get that residual income, that passive income, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the road that will continue to pay you forever, whether you work or not, you need a couple of things in place. One is certainly good leadership on your team. That may not happen overnight, but it'll happen over time. But number two is a system. And you need that system in place so you are not the issue. You can't be the issue. Because if you are and you're not there, it doesn't work. For you to have this consistent income and this revenue stream from around the world, you need this model and this system in place, which we have around the world. But what has been the simple philosophy that has worked and worked so well around the world, that has given this incredible growth in the last 4 to 5 years? Now, we've had great growth over the last 15, 16 years, as we started in 2001, as you know. But we had challenges sort of halfway through our journey in this voyage. I've said this before, that great sailors were never developed in calm waters. And it's the same thing here. In those early days, it'll be the same thing in your transition here. I'm saying it won't be easy, but we've never said it that it would be. But it can be simple, and the success should be based on simplicity. So that's what we want to talk to you about today, especially Joe, as he goes forward here in sharing with you the presentation. As I said, he's going to be much quicker than me because that's how you want to present it. But just because you're leaders, you're going through this transition, I want to help you with understanding. And this part of it is more just the philosophy of why it's worked. So let's go back to 01. When we had our big run, most companies in our industry, if you take a look at the history of our industry, the first year, the first 2 years, sometimes it's the first few weeks, the first few months. But if you're a great company with a great product or a great story, you can have a pretty good run for a year to 2, sometimes 3 years. But if you're not in a position to introduce new products, you're well managed, you're well capitalized, you don't have the proper incentives or model or system to support it, and bring on other markets and other products, you will ultimately have a short run and an expiry date on your business. That is consistent throughout our industry. So in our first 2 or 3 years, we had a pretty good run, in a couple of products, but we had to be in a position to introduce other products, and we did. And we were pretty good at it. We started to go into other markets, which was very, very important, and we've done that. And that was all part of our business model and our focus. But we had some internal issues back in 2005, 2006 and this is all transparent, publicly traded information, where we had some issues internally. We resolved those issues. A lot of our business started to take off overseas, and we had some domestic issues that we had to resolve from a corporate standpoint, from a logistics standpoint, internally, and we learned from it. Boy, did we learn, and we got great at it. But as we went along, we looked at different things to bring our business to another level. How could we take our business to the next level? So we tried different incentives, different promotions, different programs, a lot of different incentives. We came along with this incentive, and we introduced it, and I'm going to cut right to the chase on this, through this platinum package, which was really more of a philosophy, not just so much the package and the products and the mix that you get with it, but the whole philosophy behind it and why it worked. First of all, to back up, prior to launching it, we went through about 2.5 years of flat business, maybe 3 years of flat business. Our business wasn't growing, wasn't really going south on us, but it wasn't growing. And we had tried several different incentives. One thing that I did learn, and basically I believe it's in life in general, if you're a parent, you can connect with this. In our business, what you do, your people will do. And, as a parent, whatever you do, your kids will do in excess. So in our business, we recognize, and for you, a lot of you as leaders, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What you do, your group will do. If you're positive, they're positive. If you're a retailer, they're a retailer. If you're a builder, they're a builder. If you're negative, they're usually negative. And so much of the group, the speed of the group is dictated by the speed of the leader. So we've always recognized that as industry veterans. You talk to people that have been doing this for a long time. For the vast majority of success in organizations, it has really been dictated by the pace of the leader and the attitude of the leader, the pace of the leader, and the activities and the actions of the leaders. And again, as I said, we've got a magnified family here on a family front. Again, as a parent, you can understand that whatever the parents are doing, the kids, again, will be doing in excess, whatever the parents are doing. So in keeping this in mind, in terms of this philosophy, we tried different incentives and promotions that we didn't get traction on it. It just wasn't cutting it. Then we introduced a career pack, a business building pack, which we called the business, the platinum package, a business platinum package, which was a little bit more in terms of BV, but it was the broad mix of products. And what we were finding in scattered markets around the world is, and this was just when they were ordering large groups of packages, we found that when people got on all the products, our distributors were getting on all the products, and their inner circle of family or friends were immediately getting on all the products, trying all the products. So they weren't sitting on it. It wasn't sitting in their garage or sitting in their closet or in their house or whatever. All the products, they were getting on them and using and consuming the products immediately. A lot of things started to happen. And here's just a few of them. One, people were getting immersed into the products. They're getting to experience the great scope of products that NHD has. They were more involved. And I'll cut to the chase here. What we started to see was a better retention with our people that were ordering larger packages. We saw better activity. We started to see bigger growth in their business. So what we did is we introduced a platinum package, which again was this package that you know that we have, which is 1,250 BV, a little bit more than what you get with a gold package. But initially, our leadership in the first market we introduced it to was in the Far East. We introduced it in Asia. Initially, the leaders did not embrace it. The first thing they said was, it's too expensive, they can't afford it. That was the first thing they said. Can't afford it, can't do it, it's too much, we got to lower the bar. I've always believed that you lower the bar, you lower the goal, you lower the philosophy, you lower the attitude, you lower the activity, you lower the expectations, all of these things. And it kind of happened. For 6 months, the Chinese, the Asians, and the Far East, they did not embrace it. And business had been flat there. As a matter of fact, business was going not so much flat, it was starting to go south. The first two leaders that we had that embraced it were Molly and Huna. Those are two leaders. One of those two leaders, Chris and Tina have met. Doc and Tina met in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago. They were the first two to embrace it, and they were two of our top leaders that we had. But initially, they didn't. But when they did not embrace it initially, their people did not embrace it. So for 6 months, they did not embrace the platinum package. After about 6 months, things started to get pretty restless over there, and they started just trying different things, and it wasn't working. Huna and Ma Li are two of our top leaders that we have that are seven-figure earners in NHD around the world, but particularly in Asia. But both of them are now residing here in North America, one in Vancouver and the other one in Los Angeles. They embraced it. They took it on, and when they did that, within weeks, their leaders did the same thing. Within a few weeks and a few months, their leaders started to do the same thing. Well, the first thing that we saw, number one, and the philosophy behind it was not just to get the product to retail. It was to get the product and get on all the products. experience all the NHT products, getting their immediate family on all of the products. And this was really like redirected spending. This is, for a large part of our, people here in North America and around the world, a lot of the products that we have in-house here with NHT, directly and indirectly, you're spending money on, in somebody else's store and buying certain products that, certainly the products that we have. So they ended up redirecting their spending, but just experiencing and using all of the products. Now, some they got greater benefits than others, some that was a better fit for their lifestyle, but the bottom line, they moved their inventory, they moved their product. Gang, what you can have in your gut and in your heart, that no matter what, all of the people that you have, that if they join, and they join with the platinum package, they have 12 months in terms of the 100% money back guarantee that we have on all of our products. So, for Joe and I, we have always had in our gut, in our heart, is that we had nothing, no compromise in our conscience of our people joining with the platinum package. You look at franchises out there and how much that costs you, and a year later, if you don't like that franchise, you're certainly not getting your money back. But here in the platinum package, what we found, not only were people getting all the product, and all of a sudden they're experiencing, my God, I did not realize we had this. I did not realize we got the benefits that we could get from this product. And then what happens when their family started doing the same thing? They started to duplicate the product down through their family and the consumption of it. But number one, their people started to do the same thing. When that happened, here's just some of the things that were happening. When they did it, their people did it. And when they did it, what was happening to their business? Well, first of all, the volume grew. When the volume grew, what happened? Their checks grew. Not only did their checks grow, their checks grew faster. What did that do? That improved and increased the attitude and the spirit of our people. But what else was happening? They were more committed. You ask the bronze that joins our business and joins the business with a bronze package versus a platinum package. Watch how easy it is to take out the bronze out of the business versus that person's got that platinum package. Same thing as somebody buying a franchise. You get someone who's buying a Class A A1 franchise today in North America. You're looking at several $100,000. If it's a McDonald's franchise, it's several $1 million that you're on a line of credit for an investment into your business. You're going to be much more committed. And this is what we found, is that our people were there's a greater commitment to the business. A greater commitment to the business, not only committed, they were working harder. The retention was better. The attrition was less. So we had better retention, greater growth, better volume, more checks, and faster checks, and bigger checks. Our activity rate increased. What happened to the spirit of the business? So then you start to look at it. Basically, what are you duplicating? Gang, I'm going to share some crazy, crazy numbers with you. If you duplicate down through your group the bronze package, and 100 people are being built down through your soft side, weak side business, just based on 100 people that are duplicated, that come into the business as a bronze, your check on 100 people is $1,800. Your check as a silver, if you're building as a silver, is $5,000. As a gold, it's $10,000. As a platinum, it's $25,000. That's not a typo. That's a fact. So in helping your people, what would you rather duplicate? It's what Joe and I were finding, is that we had a better spirit and a greater attitude and a greater commitment and greater retention to our business. We were teaching our people and getting them to think about the possibilities of what they could do, not what they couldn't do. What they can do, not what they can't do. Where they can go, not where they can't go. What they can achieve, not what they can't achieve. They were focused more on where they could go, not on the obstacles. They were focused more on the solution and not on the challenges. We shifted this whole sort of nearly poverty mindset. Well, they can't afford it. They won't be able to make it. Well, what if they quit? What if they don't show up? And it seemed to be in that sort of smaller thinking mindset and poverty, we felt, Joe and I, poverty mindset and philosophy, to this abundance of what you can do, what you can achieve, where you can go. And that's what Joe and I wanted to build our world around. And this is what we focused on. Well, what has happened? What happened to the business in China? Gang, I don't have to tell you. Go online and check it. Well, the same thing happened in Russia. We had the same thing with our Russian leaders, and business exploded. But for every one of our groups and our organizations that we have around the world, to a group, to a team, to a leader, every single one that has built their business based on this platinum package and stuck with it. Remember, there is no compliance issues here. We're certainly highly scrutinized as a publicly traded company. We have got this 100% money back guarantee on the products. So Joe and I, in a good conscience, we knew we could move forward with that. The second thing is that with all of our products, we want to get people on these products. It's redirected spending in a lot of cases. We want them to experience all of these products. But the thing that we wanted to do was to help people as much as we could, to help them with an abundance mindset and have them think about where they could be, where they could go. And gang, I could really relate to that because 28 years ago, when I got involved in this industry, I lived in a very small thinking world. And, you know, I guess I was pretty happy, but I did not know there was this abundance life, this abundance lifestyle, and the things that I had never even dreamed about until I got involved in this industry and the people that I was able to surround myself with that made me change in that thinking. Now, this was the core to the philosophy that we have with the Platinum philosophy, is the abundance philosophy. And where you can go, what you can do, what you can achieve, what you can be, and all of those things versus not thinking that you can't do it, or you can't be there, or you know it just won't happen, but that it can happen, and those possibilities are there. Now, when I got involved in the industry, and I'm going to turn this over to Joey here in a second, gang. When I got started 28 years ago, I did not understand the compensation plan that first year. I got involved with a company out of the United States. I was in Toronto, Canada at the time. The company was brand new to Canada. I didn't know my sponsor because I answered an ad. This guy was from the United States. He'd come up to Canada to build his business as they launched into Canada. I couldn't spell MLM frontwards or backwards. They turned me on to this industry. I was from traditional business. I had no clue what was going on. I was sharing this with Doc and Tina. I couldn't explain the comp plan. I didn't understand the comp plan. And they said, Dan, don't worry. You will earn as you learn. You will learn as you earn. And they said, just focus on the fundamentals and you will figure this out over time. And they said, don't try to figure this out because it'll be paralysis of analysis. And they were right. Months later, I still couldn't even really explain the compensation plan. But all I did was I shared the product and I shared the opportunity, and I was at every meeting and every event all the time, every time. And my business grew. I earned over $100,000 that first year from going from a government assistance and 6 figures in bankruptcy debt. It was unbelievable. But I still didn't really understand the compensation plan. So Joey can go through a complete training on the compensation plan. But the best thing is what he's going to share with you is a 5-minute napkin presentation of making sure people just know what they're supposed to do to get their business going immediately. And gang, you will figure it out, like we all have and all of our leaders have. You know, Huna could not explain the compensation plan for several years. And, you know, she was earning 6 figures monthly into her 3rd year. But it was all based on just a lot of what I've shared with you in terms of passion and just the fundamentals and keeping the business as simple as we could. So that is basically our philosophy, is that in teaching our people, in embracing our people and empowering our people to duplicate this abundance philosophy. And remember what you duplicate, because what you do is what you duplicate. And more important than the goal, we really believe, is what you become. And what is the kind of person, the kind of leader, and this type of citizen, and the kind of individual you become in the pursuit of what you want through this philosophy. So now, to keep it in the napkin presentation, the best in the business, anywhere in the world, my partner, Joe Garcia. So Joey, over to you, buddy.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, Tina, just a quick question with regards to what Dan just covered. Is there any questions that you have that would pop to mind?
I have a couple of comments. With everyone being able to get those products up front, not only do they have their volume grow, their checks grow faster, their attitude gets better, they become more committed, we have better retention, we have healthier people. And they can take all those products and they can be a product of the product. And the other thing that I'd like to add is, for everyone here, now we have a global footprint and outreach that is so much further that we also have to think about, where we didn't have that before. And so it opens up our opportunity, and we have to open up our minds to be able to reach out into those further parts of the world to get these products out there.
Yeah, and I've been on calls with a lot of your team members in Africa, Nigeria specifically, the Philippines. So a number of your people are definitely taking advantage of that.
Yes, it's great. It's great to hear it. We have Russian teams. We have all kinds of people coming on.
And Joey, just quickly, what Tina was just sharing with everyone there, Tina, that is such a great point, because the more volume and the more business you do, the more people you are helping. Obviously, that's a given. And the bigger your check, from that standpoint, obviously, the bigger the volume. The bigger the volume, the more people are being served and helped through these incredible products, especially with STEM Renew.
And it's real important for all of you, even though you may not know what goes on globally, how to get people started there, just leverage off of Dan and my experience, because that's one of the advantages of NHT right now. A major advantage over the competition is we have got a global infrastructure. Doesn't matter where you want to do business, we can do it. Even the countries that we're not officially open up, I always find a way, right, Dan?
You always do, Joey. And just like as what is Joe sharing with you, Joe and I are not the issues. Our model and our system is the issue, and that's what it should be for your group. So your people can plug into this process and into this system that we have, not just domestically, but globally around the world.
Great, thank you. So what I'm going to do now in the next 5 minutes is basically go over the comp plan, and when I'm doing a one-on-one presentation to the average person out there, or someone a business type person that's never been in network marketing, I'm basically going through the major points, and my goal is to get it done within 5 minutes. We always have to keep in mind, a confused mind always says no. It's not important to go through all the details, the intricacies of the comp plan. When you start to do that, you start to lose people, because in their mind they say, wow, this is really complicated, or I don't really get it. It's going to be hard for me to share this with people, right? So it's real important just to hit highlights. So I'm going to act like all of you are new people looking at the comp plan. I'm doing a one-on-one webinar. I'm sitting in front of you. So basically what I'm going to share with you is a quick 5-minute overview of the comp plan. So let's get started. So basically, to get started, John, all you need to do is get registered. We're going to focus. We have 3 discount structures in our company. We got gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze gives you 3% below wholesale. Silver gives you 11%, and gold gives you 34% off of wholesale. So there's actually 2 ways today you can get started at the gold level, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. But for the sake of time, and I know you really want to make a lot of money, I want to help you get started at the gold level, because this is where we're going to get focused, because that's where you're going to get paid the most. When you get started as an NH2 distributor, you also get your own online store, which is an e-commerce platform catered to your customers globally. So, for example, if you have a customer in California and you're in Italy right now, John, all you have to do is send them to your e-commerce site. The company will take control of the order. They will ship the order directly to your customer, and you'll get the difference between your gold price and the retail price that you set in your back office. You also get a online, international, global back office, which we revolutionized this industry in 2001 with this back office. And you get the complete training system and leadership support to help you develop your business. So there's really 4 ways to make money in our comp plan. The first way is your retail. Like any traditional business, you can go out and market our products. We've got highly retailable products. For example, like our facelift is sold throughout salons and throughout the internet. And our margins are really good. So when you start at the gold level, your retail margins are anywhere from 40 to 100%. Depending on what level you set your prices at. So 40% to 100%. Second way you make money, and this is where it gets real exciting, John. I realized when there's only so much product that I can sell. What really attracted me to this industry was the ability for me to make money while I sleep. And that's called residual income or leverage income. So basically, a company is going to compensate you for sharing the product and sharing the business to people. So every time you personally introduce someone to the business, the company is going to pay you 10% of their purchases lifetime. 10%, so on their first order, their second order, their third order. And what will happen is these people, when we direct them to do the business the right way, they're going to start sharing the product and the business to people. And the company will compensate you also for what they do. And the company will pay you 5% on the second level and 3% on the third level on the reorders. It gets better, John. This is what really got me excited about this industry and about this compensation plan. The NHT actually revolutionized network marketing based on what we call the 2-team marketing plan. So all we're going to do is we're going to teach you to sponsor 2 people, one on your left and one on your right. When you sponsor a third, fourth, or fifth, you're going to put it under those 2 teams. And we have a way of teaching you how to do that. So every time 3,750 is developed in your business, accumulative purchases through your team, the company at the gold level would pay you $250 each and every time you do this. Also, John, this comp plan is seamless globally. So you're living in Italy, you get paid all over the world. You don't have to, there's no hoops that you have to jump through in this comp plan. You get paid all over the world. So we call it a seamless global comp plan. The volumes are accumulative. So if you don't get paid, if you don't do the 3,750 in a week, it follows through into the next week. It's always banked. And the last part of the comp plan is our matching bonus. So the key to our plan, the key to our business is we don't become successful until we help others become successful. So the company compensates us very well for helping others become successful. So the company is going to generate a 10% commission based on the people that you personally sponsor in the plan, 10% commission on their commissions that they receive from NH2 Global, their cycle commissions. So for example, you help person A get started, they're earning $5,000 a week, you're going to get paid 10% of that, which is $500 on that person. And they're also going to pay you down 2 more levels. So everybody that your person A helps get started in the business, that's going to be considered your level 2, and you're going to get paid 5% of their commissions, cycle commissions, every single week. And that's paid down to a 3rd level, which is 3%. So ultimately, John, here's how I can encapsulate this comp plan for you. So let's say, for example, I work with you, and over the next 3 to 5 years, I help you build a team of 3,000 individuals. So for example, myself, I've introduced over 300 people into NHT, and it's grown to over 1 million people around the world. So let's say it takes you 5 years to get 3,000 people on your team. So you've introduced some people, we've worked with them, it starts to duplicate, and you have 3,000 people in 5 years. And let's say all they do is $200 a month in sales or purchases. Some will do obviously a lot more than that, but let's say on average it's $200. Your organization, before you get out of bed, is doing $600,000 in business, in purchases every single month. They're ordering directly from the company. You're not taking orders from these people. They're dealing directly with the company. Our back office tracks all of that. Based on the comp plan that I just shared with you, on average, when you factor all these bonuses, you're going to get paid on average 8 to 10% on your organization. So before you get out of bed, you're going to be earning $60,000 US a month. Let's say it doesn't work that well for you. Let's say it doesn't work that fast for you. Let's say you have 1,500 people in your organization after 5 years doing $200 a month in purchases. Obviously, some will do a lot more. That's an organization that's doing $300,000 in business. And based on the comp plan I just shared with you, you're going to be earning at least about $30,000 a month at that level. Is this something that you see yourself doing? All right, can you get excited about this? And that's why I really got involved in this industry with this company, because I could see myself saying, I could do this. And that's the end of the comp plan presentation, guys. So real quick, typically that last part, when I go over it with people, they tend to really understand the power of residual income, the power of duplication, the power of developing an organization. When you factor in all those little points that I shared with you. So the last part now, as I go into why platinum, how to get to gold. So basically, John, there's 2 ways that you get to gold. I know you want to really seriously build this business. The first way is with what we call the platinum package. It gets you at the gold rank. It's $2,200 worth of product, a cross-section of all our products, and it's going to give you 1,250 points, what we call business volume. And that qualifies you at the gold level. And you're also going to get a free back office lifetime and a free website lifetime. Then we also have a gold package, which gives you 500 points, and they range from $799 to $940. The difference between the two, if you duplicate at the platinum level, you're going to make, your business is going to grow faster, and you're going to make a lot more money with the same effort. So this is where we start focusing on, in the business world, why he should get started at the platinum level. And that's my presentation, guys. So Tina, any questions on that?
Thank you, Joe. Before I jump into questions, Dan, did you have anything to add?
Not really, Tina.
Okay.
Just for everyone, just to really focus on simplicity. You know, when you go forward here, just keep it as simple as you possibly can, and don't worry about trying to figure out the compensation plan as much as just doing the fundamentals. And teachability, coachability to me was critical way back 28 years ago. And they said, Dan, just keep it simple, stick to the fundamentals. And that was, you share the product, you share the opportunity, you'll figure out the plan, but you will learn as you earn. And for you, a lot of you as leaders, you've heard this before, but it is so critical with this. Don't complicate it, because then you can't duplicate it. So again, keep it simple.
The reason why, guys, I don't go into the 2 teams and one side has to do this, one side has to do that, is I just keeping it very simple. You know, and that we'll go over when we sign the people up. We go over all those details, all the videos that we have. They get on presentations. We start to go into, you know, how to maximize the comp plan. Okay,
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. So sorry, Tina. Obviously, if it's someone who's been a part of network marketing, an experienced person, I would get into, the left and the right and the cycles, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, there's so many benefits to being at the gold level. And you can do it two ways, through the platinum package or the gold package. And then you can even earn your way to gold. So some of those things we're going to talk about tomorrow and why you want to get to gold. A couple of things, questions that have come through that I'll bring up on this. Some of the things that you can talk about are, people will say, well, how many people do you have to have on your left, or how much business volume do you have to have on your right on both teams in order to qualify? This compensation plan is dynamite. Once you enroll somebody on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side as a distributor at 90 BV or higher, you are not for that leg for life. And that's pretty profound, because most companies, you have to qualify for that every single month. Mm-hmm. Now, another great point is that when you're looking at the platinum package or the gold package, people will say, yeah, but I have to buy every month in order to qualify, don't I? And the answer to that is no, you do not. What you want to do is you want to enroll at that platinum package. Actually, Chris and I did that. We bought the platinum package because we wanted the products here and we wanted to try everything. So we got the wellness package. And so we got all the products. And the next thing that you do once you enroll is you enroll in the back office under Autobank. And what that means is that you do not have to buy product every single month in order to keep your volume or to qualify. So it's really important to know that, and please tell your people, get on Autobank. And what that means is that the company says, well, you've already invested in your package, so instead of having you reinvest every single month once you've purchased a package, we want you to earn commissions, and we want you to be able to pay out of your commissions your next auto ship. So you don't even have to look at having any kind of an auto ship as long as you're enrolled in Autobank until you hit 1,000 in accumulated commissions. Once you hit 1,000 accumulated commissions, then the company takes 10% of your commissions per week, maximum $40, and applies it and puts it in a little bank for you that says, okay, when you earn enough for your auto ship from your commissions, then we'll trigger and send you your auto ship. And then it starts over. So it's really a So this is just amazing in our industry. It's revolutionary. Joe, do you have any comments?
Yes, it is revolutionary. When Dan talked about the platinum and when we introduced that package, along the same lines, we introduced the Autobank at that same time. Mm-hmm. Seeing the growth that we've experienced the last 5 years, it's no coincidence.
Fantastic. So those are the two big things that help people to understand they have so much more flexibility in this plan to be able to build how they want to, or how they feel comfortable building. Having one person on the left, one person on the right, as I talked about, and then being in Autobank. So looks like we have a question here. Is there a slide for the last part of the comp plan presentation?
No, I've never developed a slide for that. It's just something that I add personally, but I could do something for you. No worries with that.
Okay. And if anybody has a question, please jump into the chat and type in your question. We'll be happy to answer it here.
So Tina, one of the questions that I'm constantly getting now, doing a number of calls throughout your teams, is getting started with the NHT products. I think sometimes people are a little confused on the weights. What should they do? Should they get started with NHT and wait for the STEM Renew? What are you teaching?
That's a great question. Well, we've been talking about the Omega. We've been talking about the Allura Lux. Tonight, we're going to be talking about all of the different products. Chris is going to be talking about how STEM Renew integrates with every single one of the NHT global products. We didn't want to wait. So we went and actually we tested the Healthy Lifestyle Center, which is up in the Los Angeles area. And we said, let's pick up our product because we're here. We don't need to have it shipped. Let's just go grab it. So we ordered it, and they held it at the Healthy Lifestyle Center. You need to make sure that you pick it up, by the way, within 24 to 48 hours if you do use one of the centers. And there's one opening the first week of April up in Vancouver as well. So we'll have two of them. But we went and picked up our product. And we're excited because we got enough product to be able to share, to be able to take it. So it's not a problem for people, and we really highly recommend get the NHT products now, and then when STEM Renew is available, what you want to do is go ahead and just order STEM Renew as you need it. You don't have to be on AutoBank. If you're one of those people that wants to be on auto ship, and within every 4 weeks in this company, it's every 4 weeks. If you decide that you want to be on auto ship, you can be on auto ship and receive your STEM Renew. Now there will be STEM Renew packages coming, but there's no reason to. There's so many things that we wanted to partner with STEM Renew in a different company, and now we have it. So you're going to want to take advantage of these other NHT products. So we're telling people, if you're interested in these products and you want to get going, get into your back office and change your order from a pending order, choose your package, and get it shipped out right away so you can get started on the products. Okay, looks like we have another question. If you're on AutoBank and you don't sign up for a product to ship to you in a month, if you want more product, you just go somewhere in the back office and order it?
Yeah, so they would go and click on order history and then create new order to place an order.
Fantastic. Yes, you can order products at any time. Any other questions?
So AutoBank, Tina, is just basically a backup on the business end that people don't become unqualified or inactive. So it's most of our distributors that are on AutoBank, are buying and placing orders, when they need the product, right?
Correct. Okay, another question came in on the webinar, cut out when I was talking about you need one on the left, one on the right with at least 90 BV. Do they need a month? Okay. Now, let me help clarify that. Once you enroll a distributor on your left for a minimum of 90 BV and one on the right, okay, if they never order again, you're still qualified as long as you have placed your order, right? Most people are in there as a pending right now. You have to go in, you have to activate, and you do that by purchasing a package. We're highly recommending the gold or the platinum to do that right away. And there's other benefits to doing that we're going to talk about tomorrow. Make sure you get your package. Then you enroll on the left and right. So all these people that you're putting on your left or your right, you're going to have them do the same thing. And then make sure you enroll in AutoBank. Get that set up. Once you do that, you qualify and you don't lose any binary volume. So if that person on the left doesn't buy in a month, it's okay. Your volume is still going to stay there unless obviously it pays out, but it won't flush. I hope I'm saying this correctly.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Did I see somewhere that you get commissions on your own orders?
No. The volume would go, yes.
Okay.
Volume would go to your weak leg. So on the third part of the presentation, which is the cycle commissions, yes. Your lesser leg or your soft side.
So you do get commissions on your own orders because that volume goes to your soft side leg.
Correct.
Or the lesser volume. Okay. If I don't buy a package and I want to order now, does your BV have to be at least 90 BV to qualify for now?
That's a good question. In the regular comp plan, yes, but due to the transition, as you know, Tina, everyone's active in the tree right now, right?
Yes. Okay, here's a nice little feature that's happening for us right now. Everybody is showing active. Until we get Stem Renew in stock, then if people don't order, you're going to be going inactive. So right now you have the ability to go ahead and buy. And I don't think it doesn't have to be at least 90 BV, does it, Joe?
In the comp plan, to start banking volume, you need to do 90 BV to start banking volume.
Okay. I hope that answered your question. Okay. Okay, good. Anything else?
There was another couple of questions. If I don't buy a package and want to order now, okay, we already answered that question.
Yep, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, and then tonight's webinar is going to be with Dr. Chris talking about how all of the NHT products complement and work with Stem Renew. So we're excited about the beauty, the lifestyle, and the wellness. There's 3 categories of products. Looks like we have another question popped in. Once you're on Autobank and have reached 1,000 in earned commissions, is what I believe you're asking, if several months go by before you need to reorder, will there be some sort of penalty or restriction in receiving commissions?
No.
No, absolutely not. Isn't this it's such a great feature. You guys came up with such a great feature for Autobank.
You know, you can place that order, go in Autobank, and not do anything for a year, and that the volume would continue to bank, stay active.
For a full year. Okay. Is everybody liking what they're hearing? Absolutely, yes. Exclamation points. Thank you. Okay, if there are no other questions, any closing comments from you, Dan or Joe?
You know, I anything that I can do personally, I know a lot of the leaders are reaching out to me to help with some of their contacts in the transition, another voice. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help.
Yes, thank you. Both of you have been just incredible. Thank you. One other quick question that popped in. We're going to have all of the packages, the BV, all of that are going to include STEM, actually, are going to be ready next week. So we'll have those for you to be able to choose from. And what will the PV be for STEM Renew? I think it's the BV, personal volume is 40 per bottle. That we do know. Okay, Dan, anything from you?
Yeah, I was just going to say a quote I heard years and years ago, and I'm sure some of you have heard it, is the mother of skill is repetition. So I go back to the simplicity of our process, and I think it's one of the reasons why I've had the success that I've had in the industry is that I don't come really from a sophisticated background in terms of I barely got through my first year at college. I just love life, just loved having a lot of fun, and really, I couldn't figure out the comp plan in the beginning. I just kept it very, very simple, and because I wanted success so bad, because I really wanted to get out of where I was so desperately, which was not a good place 28 years ago, I just listened to my coaches and my mentors, and fortunately, they kept it simple with me. So, I learned by that, and I kept it simple just going forward. I just massively put the product in front of people, shared it with people, and put the opportunity in front of people. A lot of people didn't join in the beginning, but the few that did were the ones that I focused on. And I learned pretty quickly to just focus on the people that saw it the same way I did, and I didn't get hung up on the ones that didn't. So again, I'm just going to say it again, focus on simplicity, focus on the fundamentals of just sharing the product, using all of the products that we have, and just sharing the opportunity. The process and understanding, all of the nuances in the comp plan, that you'll figure out. Something I learned a long time ago, Tina, the first president, the first company I joined, he said, when you go to buy a television set, back then, 28 years ago, you didn't, same as today, I guess, you don't look at the back to see how the thing, the wires are all wired and how the TV works. All you want to know is that when you push the remote, push the buttons, that the thing turns on. And it's the same thing with buying a car. You get in the car and it just rides nicely. It's the same thing here. You don't have to get under the hood to figure everything out. Just know that you push a couple of simple, basic buttons in this process, it will work, and it does work. The company has proven that. So stay with the simplicity, focus on the simplicity, and live with passion for sure. And long term, you should see the success that we're experiencing here. So thanks again, Tina.
You're welcome. Thank you both. And so the lineup for tomorrow is we're going to talk about going for the gold. What does that mean? The incentives. We have amazing incentives with NHT Global. NHT Global, we have the opportunity to earn right now a trip to Hong Kong in August. So we all want to kick it into high gear here and get going and start accumulating this volume, because all of us want to go to Hong Kong, right? And then there are other incentives that we'll talk about tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Dr. Chris is going to talk about the 3 juices, the 3 elixirs. Everybody was begging us to have one. We now have 3. So 3 of them, and the differences and why you want to think about each one of them and when to take them. So very good. Anything else? If not, it's a wrap. Oh, looks like we have a couple more questions. If we gift a product to someone, can it be directly shipped to their address rather than ours? Drop shipped?
Yes, just change the shipping address.
Okay. My husband wants to know if you have in writing the comp plan. He would like to read it. Yes, Joe, is that on your site?
You just go to nhtglobal.com, click on opportunity, and then click on compensation plan. So I can show everybody, just 1 second.
While you're looking for that, Joe, Dan.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead?
Basically, I'm on the NHT site. So you would click on here, opportunity, compensation plan. Okay, and then download the plan.
Great. Thank you. So, Joe and Dan, you want to talk about just to highlight, somebody is asking, what is the real difference then coming in at a platinum pack versus a gold pack?
Yeah, so basically, the platinum pack comes with 1,250 BV, business volume points. It gives you a lifetime back office and lifetime website, so you don't have to renew every year, which is a $50 renewal if you start with one of the gold packages. The gold package comes with 500 BV, and you have to renew every year. So the biggest difference is that the platinum, you duplicate platinum, as Dan shared with you, your business, you'll earn more money and your business will go faster. That's basically with the same amount of people.
And you have all of the other benefits are the same between the platinum pack and the gold pack when you're talking about the 34% discounts, when you're talking about some of the other things that we'll go through tomorrow. Those are the major differences between those.
Yeah, and then there's the mindset behind that, which is, if someone's coming in and investing, obviously if you invest into a franchise, that's your commitment. Unfortunately, in network marketing, is the investment is not big enough to, lock people in, right? Just on the investment. So typically we're finding the people that start at the platinum level, they engage faster, they're much more committed, they move faster, so all those parts of a committed distributor, because of that investment, it really takes them to the next level really quickly.
And Tina, also with that as well, we're going to talk a little bit more about it tomorrow with our incentives, with that they're qualifying for to go for gold, et cetera, around the world. We have every major event that we have around the world, there's an exclusive VIP platinum training. So for anyone that is coming at the platinum position, they automatically qualify for this Inner Circle Platinum training, which is really the person that is coming at the platinum position, but it's that upper level training that we'll have by our global ambassadors. So and it's exclusive to the platinum members, and we have that around the world at every single one of our major events.
Oh, fantastic! And the other thing too is if you do need more products, you're talking about additional shipping costs. When you have the platinum package, you have all of that there. And so you pretty much have a good base of products for quite a while. So we always have to pay $50 a year for your website. Can you earn your ability to have that yearly expense waived?
No.
No, you can't. And this replay will be available.
Yeah, sorry, Tina. If they can buy a platinum package or purchase individual's product, that amount to 1,250 BV, and that would also get them the platinum.
Yes, that's a good point. If you purchase up to 1,250 BV, you earn platinum. And if you decide that you want to be gold first, and then you decide, no, you know what, I want to do platinum, you can always buy a platinum package at any time.
Correct. But
there's no time limit.
Just so on the difference, if you're just going to go with the gold package, you cannot individually buy products that get to 500 BV because the actual gold level is 1,000 BV. Did I confuse you? Yeah.
Of course you did, but we'll go through it tomorrow.
Okay.
If you'd like. Yes, there will be a platinum pack with mainly STEM, and there'll be a gold pack with mainly STEM only. So those will be coming out next week. The replay for this is going to be available sometime in a little bit later today. We should have it soon. Post it out there. Okay, great questions, everyone. Thank you so much. We've gone past our hour. We will see you on the next webinar. Great big hugs over there, to virtual hugs to Joe and Dan. Thank you so much. Then how long will we have to place our order? We will have, once STEM SKUs are available, you'll have about 2 to 3 weeks for sure to place your orders. Okay, thanks everyone. See you in the next webinar.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.